What's up guys, HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video, and in this video guys, we're going to be going over my Eldlich deck profile for April 2024 after the ban list. So I'm a huge Eldlich fan, of course, as you guys can tell. I mixed it with Branded previously, but this is a pure build featuring 42 cards, and of course, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below, or if you would replace certain cards, of course, let me know down below. But starting off with the Eldlich package, which is usually standard. We're going to start off with, of course, 3 copies of Eldlich the Golden Lord. I know, usually you can run it at 2, but I kind of like having the 3rd option just in case of anything. It gets banished or, for whatever reason, it's nice to have another copy. And for those of you that do not know, if it's in hand, you can pretty much send a spell track card to grave with it and send something to grave. Its effect on grave, you can go ahead and add it back to hand, summon a zombie monster, which would be itself. It gains 1,000 permanently, and of course, it cannot be destroyed by card effects that turn, which is really nice too. And of course, we need the QCR boss Eldlich in his chair because he is a boss. Moving on, guys, we play 3 copies of Eldland. We play 2 copies of Sanguine, 3 copies, and we play 3 copies of Conquistador and 2 copies of Hakero. So pretty much standard as well. You never really run Hakero at 3. It's good at 2 because, these react with Eldlich on board, or you can always use it as a way of just blocking attacks. And in the end phase, you get additional effects to kind of go through your deck and set more stuff. So that's actually really cool too. Sanguine is awesome to kind of get Eldlich out of your deck straight on field. And Eldland also searches cards too by paying 800 life points, which is really cool. And when you don't need it anymore, you can always just send it off of Eldlich's effect to add back to hand. So these are pretty standard. I do not play the Eldlich counter trap, which is still good, but at the same time you need Eldlich, so it's not the best at times. Now moving on to the rest of the deck, the remaining monsters, we actually play 2 copies of course, Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Protecting your back row and potentially summoning it is really nice, especially in this format. I run 1 copy of Card Demise, 2 Duality, 3 Extravagance, and of course 1 copy of Call by the Grave. So Card Demise is a nice flex. It's been a long time since I've actually played it. Dualities and the Extravagance are enough for the deck. I don't think I need any other pots, honestly. And of course, Call by the Grave is always great to get something out and stop your opponent from comboing off. So that's pretty much it for the spell section. And for the trap lineup, it's always interesting to see the traps because there are so many that you could be playing. So we played 3 copies of Torrential Tribute, which is honestly really needed. 3 copies of Skill Drain. Of course, if it's an Eldlich build, you need Skill Drain. 3 copies of Strike, because no, you can't do that. 3 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, like a nice staple. And something we're adding in now, post the ban list, is of course Deep Barrier, because there are a lot of decks, especially Fusion now, right, with Thunder Dragon, and Synchro with, something like Lightsworn. A lot of stuff is just rampant, so you definitely want to take advantage of this card, because this is a ban list target for sure. Now we play 2 copies of Punishment, which I have a lot of punishment targets in the extra deck. That's really what the extra deck is for. And 1 copy of Gozen Match and 1 copy of Rivalry. Yes, they're at 1, so that means we have to use them, okay? But I kind of really do love the trap lineup. I would actually add the Rumor Cannon if I had it, and I might have tried to cut something like, I would say, maybe the Deep Barriers or the Ice Dragon Prisons to play them, because those are actually very useful as well. But guys, that is it for the main deck. 42 cards, like I said. Let's go on to the extra deck. And for our punishment targets, we're playing 2 Entis, 1 copy of Garura. You have the Malong, Agnister, and you have the Bucephalus 2. So these are all of your punishment targets pretty much. So of course this, you can destroy an additional card, you get the draw, you get the bounce something back to your opponent's hand, spin to deck, I believe, and then really just this because it has 35, so anything higher than any of your other targets, then it can actually still hit, which is pretty nice. Moving on to the rest of the extra deck that we have here for you. So 1 Chaos Angel, because actually if you guys look at your Eldlich cards, you actually can make this. So both of your traps, Hakero and Conquistador, are 5s, and this can of course turn one of them into a tuner and you just go right into it. So kind of a nice flex. And if you have like another Chaos Angel, I would run it, because why not? You definitely have more opportunities to actually get that. Moving on, we have of course the Pallades, which is always nice. You have a Gustav Max to burn for game. Zeus, you can rank up from the Pallades. You have a anti-Zeus, because again, why not? One Link Spire. I mean, of course, if you want to like change out certain things, you can run more Link Spiders because those are always nice to get your traps engraved. You have the Lina, because that's really all you can make. If not, I would actually add the Dark Charmer as well. You have the Little Knight, because of course, why not? And finally, we have the Unicorn, because it's shiny and it's useful. So helps you get your traps engraved and spin a card back. So really useful in that term. Now guys, going on to the side deck here, we have 3 copies of Inspector Boarder. We have 3 copies of D-Shifter. 3 copies of Lava Golem. We have 2 copies of TTT. 1 Evenly Match. And 3 Solemn Judgments. So, Inspector Boarder, amazing. It had to be added in here, especially in the QCR. It's really cool to see kind of changing up the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! When it's summoned. D-Shifter, of course, you guys already know. Lava Golems are nice as well. You can survive with your traps and still play this card, and burn your opponent potentially. TTT, so I kind of wanted 2 more Evenly Matches, but at the same time, these are 2 more Evenly Matches and so much more. So it's just a much better card to have. And, you know, with Eldlich, Solemn Judgment, you're bringing back Solemn Judgment, which I haven't seen too much in other side decks. But yeah, that is the side deck, guys, for the Eldlich, pure Eldlich build post Banlist April 2024. Of course, guys, if you have any questions, let me know down below. How do you feel about the deck? And of course, the Banlist. How do you guys feel about the Banlist? That was kind of insane over the past weekend. But I am really excited to actually try this deck out more at locals and potentially regionals. I think Eldlich can make a comeback with so many traps in the format. But guys, that is it for me. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And of course, if you guys like the video, make sure you give it a huge like. Comment down below, do you like the build? Or of course, what cards would you add or take out? And guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. But guys, that's it for me. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.